Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to do a video for you today. This is a piecing video for your piecing lovers, you piecers, you ladies who are out there creating on the sewing machine. Oh, this is for you. This is all for you. Well, the reason I did this block is because I thought I had a weird name. The block is named the Duck Track Block. I know. Let me show you the block. I already have it on. I'm creating a panel for a client. She's having a grandbaby and she wanted me to put a border on it. So I kind of decided that I wanted to add some corner blocks on it to make it a little bit more fancy, a little bit more fancy. Let me just be clear, these are not necessarily the colors that I would have picked because I am following the instructions of my client. I think it'll look a lot better quilted. I just kind of wish I would have kind of done it the colors I wanted, but I'm following the instructions, okay, people? So if it looks kind of weird, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's just me. But the block is, it's called, this is the Duck Black. The Duck Track Block. The reason I pick reds and the aqua and the purple and these beiges is because it's on this panel. And so I'm trying to tie in the colors into with the purple border. I would have probably done a yellow, white, or red border and kind of changed it up a little bit. But she wanted purple because purple's her favorite color. So of course, you know, it is what it is. So I decided to add these kind of colors to it to kind of just make it a little bit more quilty. Is the word piecey? A little bit more quilted for this client. I had a duck on it, and so when I saw the Duck Track Block, I thought it would be kind of like, I thought it would be cool. So yeah, see you in a minute, okay? Bye. Okay, so you have two fabrics, a dark and a light, and they're 5 by 5. And I got a piece of paper, and on this paper I drew lines. On these lines, a fourth on each opposite side, you're going to sew. And so here you see them sewn, and then you're going to remeasure and add 2 more lines. The distance from the center to the edge of the fabric is 2.5 inches. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your rotary cutter and you're going to cut on those pencil lines. I like it this way instead of doing it on the fabric because I have more control, and also there's less shifting on the half square triangles. When I finish cutting all my half square triangles, a lot of these are 2 1/4 and they need to be 2 inches. And so I like using thangles because you can get thangles that are 2 inches and you don't have to do this process. And I do have a tutorial on the thangles, but you have to buy the thangles. Oops, sorry. And so this turns out to be 2 inches, and you're going to have to do that with all 4 of your pieces so that you know you have, these are exactly 2 inches each. Okay, so you're going to need 4 half square triangles that are 2 inches. You're going to need 8 squares that are 2 inches, and you're going to need 2 of different colors. This is 2 inches by 5, and what we're going to do is these, we're going to make a line across and we're going to do a design with these. So these are the pieces you're going to need, and let's get started with the block. Get a marking tool. My favorite one is the washable solution, or this is a disappearing. This is washable. It has 2-in-1. I believe Clover makes this. I like the disappearing because, let me do this hard. If you're going to sew right away, it right away just comes apart. And you're going to do this on all 4 of your squares that are 2 by 2. You need to have this way, okay, or it's going to kind of change the direction of how it's sewn. So I need to sew it this way, and you're sewing right on the line. So I have my pieces and I have my stack of the ones that I need to do. So here you see that I sewn right on the line, and this is for this part of the block. Now that you see that these are nice and ironed, this needs to be 3.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, and here's my half. So these are now 3.5, and now it's time to put the block together. So this is what you're going to need to build the block. What I want to share is that when you're going to sew these pieces together, this kind of looks like it's too short. this looks too small in comparison to this piece and this piece. It looks like you're cut wrong, but you make sure you cut this 3.5 by 2, because once you sew these two seams, you lose a 1/2 inch. Before you sew it, this looks a whole lot bigger than this piece. And so you're gonna go ahead and just get your pieces and sew them together. What I did is I sewed all these pieces together, and they should all look exactly the same. And the good thing is I did this and I got to see that I sewed one wrong. And so that's how this goes. Then like that, then like that. I sewed these individual pieces because it's good to find out and make sure that the pieces kind of are the same. And then I'm going to go ahead and start sewing these pieces together. So I'm going to roll it over. And the neat thing about this is there's really no seams to worry about when you're sewing this. So just go ahead and just sew it straight. So I went ahead and ironed them. And if you look at each piece and you move them individually, just like this, you see that they're pretty much in the same direction. The shape is just, it's pretty much the same. You just rotate the block. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring these two seams together and sew this seam, and we're going to do the top and bottom. Okay, some key things to make sure that you've done this 1/4 of the section right. Make sure you have a 1/4 there, a 1/4 here, and a 1/4 here. So when you put the block together, you don't have some issues. Earlier, what I found is that I didn't put this together right, and I was missing that 1/4 area. And if you're missing that area, you're gonna go ahead and cut off that little point right there. So what I'm trying to make sure now is before I put the blocks together is that I have the 1/4 here and the 1/4 here on both of them. And then when I sew this together, I won't cut this little area off. Earlier I cut it off and I had to redo this. So this is a good way to check yourself. Like in this area, you want everything to be just like that. Nice and pointy. It's not exactly perfect, but pretty close. So let's go ahead and sew this piece. So now I just have to sew this one seam. One of the great things to think about before you sew it is there a 1/4 here and is there a 1/4 here. The block starts to change and look a little different as you're building it, and so just keep an eye out that you hit your 1/4. When you go ahead and sew right here, do you see how this piece goes down and this goes down? Make sure that you sew right above that little seam right there. In this area you don't get to see it, but since you have the 1/4, you'll since you know you have a 1/4 right there, as long as your machine is right on the 1/4, you'll be okay. Things to consider. Also, now we need to work on that center seam. I like ironing opposite. My fabric is ironed this way, and I have them opposite. And then I love this because they bud right up. They snug right up to each other. And then I tend to pin on the seam line away from the 1/4, and then you could still roll over and make sure that it looks like it's straight, just like that. I want to show you where I sewed right on this section right here. We're gonna open. Yeah, perfect. And we're gonna iron. And trim everything off. So this is called the duck track block. Hope you like it. So I really do hope you liked this video. I hope that it was easy to understand, and also what I like about it for myself when I edited it, I tried to show you different things that I've learned as I was piecing, meaning how each section looked the same. And because when I was checking that, I found that there was some areas that I messed up, like I turned the half square triangle wrong, and so it was easy to recognize. And so also too, I messed up in not making sure that I have my 1/4 inch in those sections that I showed you. So I thought it was kind of nice that I was able to show you where to look for your 1/4 inch seam so that you didn't lose those points. I really do hope you liked this video, and I'll see you later, okay? Bye! And I wanted to do a giveaway because I got 3,000 subscribers, give or take. I have a little bit more, I think, now. But I wanted to thank those of you who watched till the very end. Y'all are watchers. Y'all are committed. You're loyal. You're here. And I just wanted to appreciate you. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a surprise giveaway. And what I wanted to do is, if you've watched all the way, well, you have to the end of this video because you're watching me right now, I'm going to give 2 jelly rolls away. All you have to do is go on the comment line and say, I want jelly roll. I want the jelly roll. I really do appreciate all your wonderful comments. I love you guys, man. Some of you are so kind to me. I'm gonna cry. Some of you have shown me so much kindness, and the truth is I don't deserve any of it. And I just thank you for your kindness. I thank you for your comments. And also, too, man, you stay to the very end. Sometimes people stay when they start with you, but they don't stay when they end with you. And so I thank you for being here, and I just wanted to bless you. Whoever you are who's going to receive this, just make a comment. I promise. Just make a comment. I want jelly rolls. And it was going to bless my heart when I see those comments, because you got to see the very end, and you're going to, one of you is going to get a blessing. So I wanted to thank you, and I appreciate you. Thank you, okay? Oh, no. Stupid camera. Don't fall on me. That's how you broke last time.